On November 20th of 2025, around 9:19 p.m., a 911 call was received from the residents of 4153 Bruin Way in Pinetop, Arizona. The 911 call was placed by a family member by the name of William Robbins, who is a relative of Miss Kerri Abatti. The call was initially received as a medical emergency. Fire department emergency staff responded and found that Miss Abatti had sustained significant injuries. The medical staff quickly realized that Miss Abatti had sustained a gunshot wound and had called for law enforcement to respond. It was no longer what they thought initially was a medical call. For the next 4 days, a neighborhood canvass was conducted. We were looking for all eyewitnesses, anybody that was home at the time. Of course, we have a lot of technology that is now available that property owners put on their front doors or their properties. And so deputies, under the direction of our lieutenants and everybody, sent everybody within a canvas for several days, trying to obtain as much information as we can internally. Detectives then began an investigation into who Kerri was and then her family by interviewing children and extended family, close friends, and analyzing her activities for the last 24, 48, or even 72 hours and looking for anything that was out of the norm. During that time, we obviously learned that she had moved to Pinetop about 2 to 3 years prior. She was in a separation from her then husband, Michael Abatti, and she had moved back to Pinetop where she was from, and her children were all, like I said, out of living their own lives at that time. Around November 23rd, detectives moved to El Central, California with the assistance of the Imperial County Attorney's Office and Imperial County Sheriff's Office. We wanted to go to El Centro to start working and making interviews with family members. Kerri had lived there for a long time, and start understanding their life there and who was involved in that point. Family was interviewed, children were interviewed, friends and co-workers and all associates that were in and around Kerri and Michael's lives. A lot of information was obtained, and we started to develop some investigative leads. During that time, a suspect was identified in Mr. Michael Abatti. With that and all that information, we had strong reason to believe that Mr. Abatti had traveled from El Centro, California on November 20th to Pinetop, Arizona, committed the homicide, and traveled back to California early that morning of the 21st. After all this information was obtained, we sought with the Navajo County Attorney's Office, presented the information. Probable cause was deemed to be found, and the information and the evidence was presented to a grand jury on December 23rd, 2025 in Navajo County. A grand jury brought down a first degree murder indictment against Mr. Abatti, and as subsequent, an arrest warrant was issued for his arrest.